be intentional with your innovation intent. So what does that mean? Be intentional with your innovation intent. Let me tell you a quick story. I love the fact that there was a check register shared a few minutes ago, because this is about check writing. So how many of you have used Intuit's product, Quicken or TurboTax or one of those? Okay, so a number of you. So Scott Cook, who founded Intuit, basically launched Quicken, which basically was a way to balance your checkbook at home. If you're a personal, write a check, you balance your checkbook at home. Well, something started happening to the executive team. They were getting back market research that said half of their customers were small businesses. But they knew that was impossible because small businesses needed real accounting software. And if they were using Quicken, it would be the wrong software for the wrong purpose, and it would actually be kind of illegal to do that because it wouldn't work for their taxes. And so they ignored that information. So those are like those color changes that are right in front of you that you're ignoring because you're so focused. After a year of ignoring that, they said, well, maybe we should go out and talk to some small businesses to see what they might be doing with our software. They went out. Half of the customers were small businesses using the wrong software in the wrong way because it was easy. It was easy to use, even though it was the wrong thing for their business. So what they realized is that, well, maybe that small business accounting market that they thought was saturated, there's an opportunity there. So they created something called QuickBooks. Within 3 months, they had 70% share of the small business accounting market. 3 months. Because they listened to a surprise that they had ignored. They savored that surprise, kind of like, wandering into a little cafe and being surprised. So today, they have an innovation intent. In their culture, they talk about savoring surprise. They want everyone to savor surprise, and they do that with this mission in mind. And this is from their corporate office, mission, vision, all that stuff. But here's what their mission is: to improve our customers' financial lives so profoundly they can't imagine going back to the old way. And it's not just people who are making their products. This is everyone in their organization understands what they're in business to do. So what you want to do, basically, is frame the way you want to change the world and make it your intentions about who you're serving. How many of you are serving an internal customer or your business partner? You're like an internal service organization. Okay, so a number of you. Because your customers are also inside, too. There's just as, I talk about customers in both respects. And when you go to Intuit, so do they. So for example, this is their Innovation Wall of Fame. They celebrate the innovators, and they celebrate products, that make money, because that's, they're in the business to make money. And so they have product, people who have been on the Hall of Fame because they've innovated there. But they also have people who are like in HR. This is recruiting. So in the tech world, recruiting smart young tech people out of college is really difficult. There's a lot of competition for that talent. So what they've done is they've gone out and used kind of this innovation jam methodology that they have, which I'll share with you in a moment, that basically it's like a brainstorming session with prototyping, and they do this inside their company. They've brought it to college campuses, and they get college students who are interested in jobs and internships to come into a room like this. And it's all about innovation. It's not an interview. It's actually solving real problems that the company has, so that they can give the college students an experience of what it's like to work at Intuit, and then they can evaluate the students at the same time and how they're innovative they are and what they do, and then they offer them internships and then jobs. It's an innovation in the recruiting process, and they're celebrating that on their wall. Now, it kind of starts with this kind of age-old premise. If you're in the drill business and you're manufacturing drills for construction, you're actually not in the drill business. What business are you in? The whole business, correct. Because your customers don't care about the drill. They actually want the end result, which is the whole. So part of the innovation intent thinking is, what do our customers really care about? They probably don't care about our product. They care about the result of the product, the value that it provides to them. And so how do we think about our innovation intent in terms of what we're trying to do for our customers and making their lives better, whether it's internal customers or external, from that lens, so that we can frame up how do we really want to make a difference for them, and then get everyone on board with how to do that. And so I'm not going to go through all this, but every function can and should have its own innovation intent, because innovation will mean something different for finance, IT, HR, legal, So depending on if you're in finance, perhaps your job is to bring financial insight to leadership to make strategic decisions about market opportunities. That's very different than balancing the books. Or if you're in HR, you're growing talent for the next generation of leadership to differentiate the company. That's very different than managing your health plan only. So that's the kind of thinking we're looking for. So that's being intentional with the innovation intent.